welcome back to the Full Thrive YouTube channel. I'm Lisa. I'm a copywriter who also coaches other copywriters. We were talking in the group today about wireframes. You ever heard of wireframes? Super important tool for copywriters. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what are wireframes, why do you need them as a copywriter, why does your client need them, and how can you use them to raise your prices? If you're ready, we'll get started. All right, so jumping in, copywriting is more than words. You've heard this from me more and more. What I want to introduce to you, if you haven't picked up this vocabulary or vernacular or phrasing, is the idea of a user experience. We're going to talk about that a lot in the Frame workshop. We're going to talk about what does it mean when a visitor, a reader, a potential customer, when eyeballs are looking at your words, what is the experience they're having? And I don't mean like some spiritual experience. I'm talking about like, their emotions or whatever. What we're going to talk about is these elements, which are sales psychology and decision making and thinking through the steps of how somebody, our ideal customer, makes decisions. It's such a skill, a science, an art. And too many copywriters don't really embrace it, understand it, and definitely don't leverage it or sell it when they're talking about it. But it's a combination. It's more than words. It's what image, and then what headline, and then what call to action. And when we use social proof, is it with a picture? Is it with a name? Is it just a testimonial? Is it so many different ways that we can do this? Ultimately, you're painting a picture of what life will be like, business will be like after somebody engages, buys, joins. The user experience, this one is so fun. When you really get in the groove of copywriting and in the flow of creating messaging, again, it can be on an email, it can be in a caption on social media, absolutely on websites. If you can literally sit in the seat, if you can advocate for the person who is reading the words and climb inside their head and answer the question that they didn't even know they had, that is such good copywriting. It just eliminates the friction. It literally causes somebody to be like, how did you know? Like, you're like, how did you know I was worried about that? How much does it cost? Do I get replays? These are some questions. Call them FAQs. All right. The old fashioned FAQs. We can insert them in our copywriting in the right place at the right time. Instead of going to a separate page to go get all FAQs, what if you had the idea of an FAQ right there in the section where that objection might come up? That is really good copywriting. That is a beautiful user experience. It is such kindness to answer people's questions as they come up, even if they didn't know they had those questions. Ultimately, the experience is to move people to action. Click, join, sign, buy, pay, follow, call, whatever that call to action is. I say these words to potential clients. I even say them inside a project. Guys, I try to often give you messaging, role play, phrases you can actually use. But the idea here is that my job as a copywriter is to reduce the friction to saying yes or no, helping somebody quickly move forward, whether it's off the page or onto the next page. There is nothing worse than somebody going, oh, that looks good. Yeah. I'm not really sure. Not yet. Maybe not. I don't. Yeah, but I'm sure it would be great. But yeah, next time. Or I just don't know. There's nothing worse than that. You either want a hell yes or a hell no and move on. That is really good copywriting. So wireframes, in all their simplicity, are blueprints. Think of like an architect. Everything is created twice, once in the mind and then once in real life. Before any website or social media post or email goes out, it has to have a blueprint of what it looks like. I'm going to teach you guys a lot about copy in context. I just finished recording module 1 of the workshop, and I spent quite a bit of time on understanding copy in context. And again, why is that important? Really, everything that I'm trying to convey to you, sometimes on a very overdone, maybe dramatic, maybe funny, maybe I get a laugh out of you, or like a come on, Lisa, I get it, is an emotional response to get it to go inside, not like through one ear out the other. Because you need to educate your client. You need to guide your client. You need to bring your client along. And so the words I'm saying to you are the same words that you are going to try to remember as best you can to talk to your potential clients on a discovery call, or in the project when you are helping them go, okay, our next step is I'm going to build some wireframes. All that is my words put in a frame that gives you context so you understand where the words go. What picture should they be next to or on top of? Or what are the words right before we ask them to click a button? You've got to know where they go and why they go in that order. So that is copy in context. And again, basically you're painting a picture. You're just painting a picture for them of what their website will look like, the ultimate finished product. So I thought I'd give you just a real quick example. Some of you might be going, what the hell is a wireframe, Lisa? I still don't know. These are just a couple examples I pulled. They're not perfect. They're not, the end all be all templates, but the difference between a home page, a sales page, a landing page, they are different. They have different purposes. We need to know what those purposes are. It's important to know the sections, the order, the elements, the components of each of them. Because once you know what the goal is of the copy, you can help a client decide if they need a homepage, a one-page website, a one-page sales page, landing pages, and whatnot. I'm not going to be able to get into that in today's masterclass, but I just wanted to show you an example if anybody was like, I still don't know what a wireframe is. It's pretty basic for copywriters anyway. When I teach the workshop, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between wireframes for graphic designers and website designers. They're high fidelity wireframes, and a low fidelity wireframe for copywriters, and why we need both. Why you need both. And so you can educate yourself and educate your client. Hey, I hope you found that useful. Adding wireframes to your copywriting business is a really great way to show up like an expert, deliver your work more professionally, and get paid more of those expert rates. What you just saw was a little bit of a training I do called Frame Like a Copywriter. It's a 3-week intensive that allows you to add wireframing as one of the tools that you deliver to clients. And also, in this program, not only am I going to show you wireframing, we are going to wireframe a homepage together, and you're going to walk away with 3 fully built templates that you can use with your next client: a homepage, a sales page, and a landing page. This is going to help you get a running start as a copywriter if you're getting into website or sales page copywriting. If you're interested, click the link below and jump on the wait list.